Alright, let's head to Lionel Castle. A big moment for many reasons. One is we're gonna meet a new potential power player in this world of FFTactics. For another, we finally have access to katanas, which means Samurai finally has a chance to shine. Who are you? What do you want? I'm Agrias Oaks of the Lacelia St. Cano Knights. I came from Orbone to save the Son of God, Saint Ajora. Open the gate. I believe Thessalia is the capital, by the way, like where the queen is, right? Rather than like the capital of Gallione, where the Hokuton are, or where Goltana is. Saving Saint Jorah is the will of the High Priest. The gate will open for he who would save the High Priest. Open the gate. The gate has opened. I understand your situation, Agrias. Moreover, I'll send a man to the High Priest in Mirand. We'll do something to expose Larg's scheme and keep the princess from danger. Will High Priest Funeral help us? Don't worry, Agrias. I'm with you. You must be strong to make the princess feel at ease. Make yourselves comfortable in this old castle until word comes from the Holy Land. Alright, gotta check if sound and stuff's working. Alright, that looks alright. Okay. Saint Ajora is with us. There's no need to worry. Young mechanic, I heard your wish, too. I'll send troops to Goug to destroy Bart Company. Thank you. But would you explain why they're after you two? I can't. That's alright. Is this it? What is that crystal? Have you ever heard of the Zodiac Brave story? There was a a triple triad clan named Zodiac Braves based on this game. You mean that fairy tale we used to hear in church? Here now, are you saying the church lied? No, no, I didn't mean that. Long ago, when the land was much different, 12 brave warriors fought against the evil Lucavi who ruled the land. After a desperate battle, they sent Lucavi to Hades, and the land was peaceful. They each had crystals with zodiac signs on them. They were called Zodiac Braves. Ever since then, whenever humans are attacked, the Braves come to save us. You're quite learned, Princess, just as I expected. Mr. Simon taught me at the Orbone Monastery. He also said Saint Ajora and the Braves saved Ivalis from chaos. We call the crystals holy stones. This very stone is the legendary secret stone, the Zodiac Stone. I didn't think it really existed. They say its divine power surpasses Lucavi's. I feel a strange power, but it looks just like an ordinary crystal to me. What's wrong, Mustadio? You look pale. You saw the same stone underground Goug. Many broken machine parts are buried there, but if the stone gets near the machines, they start to howl. Bart's company is after the stone, right? I don't know what power the stone has, but Rudvich wants to use its power to make weapons. My father told me never to give the stones to him, so they abducted him. Don't worry, Mustadio. The church will see to his safety. While our men fight, we'll get the stone back. Yes, sir. I'll go to Goug with you. Thank you, Shikuchi. We made it this far, thanks to you, Shikuchi. I wish I could have been more help. Please be careful. That's very thoughtful. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Well, that's all very helpful. And the Zodiac Braves are clearly going to be quite important, and who has the stones will also be very meaningful from this point on. There's a count of 12 stones. A side quest means the game has a hidden 13th stone, but that won't actually be important because we do not do side quests. Now, let's see what the shop has to offer. First of all, Wizard Mantle. This is going to be very important. Second of all, Holy Water reminds us that we can sell a Holy Water we picked up. And some other stuff, but I won't sell yet. Let's go to the fitting room. Let's do this first. You got an upgrade for her weapon. Obviously, Yuna does not do much attacking, but I guess we'll take it. Here, no upgrades. Here, no upgrades. So why is this so important? Well, actually, let's go back to the fitting room. Firstly, we can switch the battle boots out for a new thing here. Wizard Mantle is a mantle that gives not only evasion, that's 18% against both physical and magical attacks, but gives +1 to magic power. This is a really solid upgrade to the Oracle because we've now reached 11 magic. That'll change in a moment, but that means we're hitting for 11 times the weapon power of 6. We can hit for 66 a turn with our Oracle. Similarly, our Time Mage, we're now going to be caring about our magic power. We're up to 9 power. That will again change in a moment, but that's a pretty solid upgrade here. And dodging 18% really adds up over time. Second of all, spears and javelins are now sold. We know at the start of the chapter the javelin is sold. Now the spear is sold. This is a big deal if you're playing a Lancer party. So that's nice. But third of all, it's time for us to head back to a trade city. Let's see what this city has to sell, though. Anything new here? Ooh, Battle Bamboo. And a Green Beret. Actually, we got a bunch of upgrades, and wizard robes are now being sold. So we can get you a wizard robe. You notice their outfits here, they give more HP. We're going to upgrade to wizard robe on him. And we're going to upgrade here to wizard outfit. The MP bonus doesn't matter for a dancer, but the HP bonus is quite nice. And a green beret gives a boost to speed. Speed, as I've said before, is the single most important stat. And in fact, even though this gives a boost to magic power, which is excellent, we should probably switch over to speed. Yeah, we're going to switch to speed. Speed is just so valuable. And we're going to switch to speed here too. Again, even though it's nice to have MP and it's nice to have magic power, speed is worth more. Yeah. So, really useful upgrades here. And we'll get into what this means shortly. Also, do we need battle boots on our dancer? Nah. We should get a wizard robe here, mantle here as well. Just the plus 18% dodge has got to be worth more than movement. And it's nice to have just automatic dodge, right? So we're going to pick up that here as well. And we're still going to be heading back to Dorter Trade City. Alright, save state around us. And what do we have here? Well, we finally have katanas. And the reason I didn't learn all the katana moves is because... Oh, did we get a battle bamboo? No, we forgot. Battle Dictionary gives like this weird 3 range, but we want the item that scales on magic power, and rods are one of Oracle rods are one of the few things that scales on magic power. So this is going to be our choice here. But the thing we really wanted, and I'm going to sell a few items first, just to make sure we have all the cash we can. Oh, I might want some of these when Grias comes back, but probably not. Um, we'll have access to better stuff by then. Or similarly good stuff. What we're really here for is katanas. So the way draw out works, draw out is the samurai ability, is when we wherever our unit is, it will do a range of 2 in each direction, including the diagonal, unlike Bamboo Rod. It can hit all directions, which is why it works so well with teleport, because we can place ourselves so that it hits maximum enemy units. And it will do an amount of damage. We'll go look at the map in a sec. We're not going to need these anymore. Um, will we need potions anymore? We're basically past the guest part of the game. So I think actually we can chuck all this. If we need it again, we can rebuy, but I want to have money at the moment. So we're going to grab the Kutetsu knife, and we're going to grab, say, 6 of them. 18,000. And we're going to make sure to learn the ability, because otherwise we can't use the move. But this does just this really useful area of effect. It's instant speed, it costs 0 MP, but every time you use it, it is a chance to break the sword. So we bought a bunch of Kutetsus, so if they break, we have backups. And we're going to keep kind of buying backups of our stuff. But let's figure out how much damage it does. So we just learned Kutetsu. Now, Kutetsu has a multiplier of, forget what exactly. It's somewhere in my notes. But let's say Kutetsu is a multiplier of like 8. It's going to do 8 times our magic attack, which is 10. So this is an 80 damage, instant speed, area of effect move. That is very powerful, right? That's a very powerful effect. On our Blade Grasp unit, who can kind of run forward into danger pretty safely, we can teleport to place it pretty well. Ramza is suddenly just very, very powerful. So our go-to strategy, I think, is kind of get re-raise on Ramza and have Ramza charge in. And he should be able to just slaughter enemy units. And now our team looks like it makes a lot of sense. Dancer can, debilitate their team. Pythia can get re-raise on Ramza, can pick stuff off with the stick if needed. If stuff gets close to our back line, the stick is high damage, and can, throw out a few other useful things. And Ramza can charge in and just end everything. And is just going to be this remarkably powerful unit. So let's head to Zigolis Swamp. Um, Zigolis Swamp is a pretty easy fight. One thing that makes it easier is if Mustadio learns Seal Evil, so let's give him that. This is one of the few uses in the game for it, and we may as well give Mustadio a bonus move. The few uses in a story mission, because Seal Evil is a move that petrifies undead, and undead are specifically some monsters are undead. And if you're just rushing story missions and not doing random battles, then undead enemies are incredibly rare. So this is the one moment for Mustadio to really shine, and it's a moment when he's forced in your party. So for once, we're not going to kind of just start as far back as we can. This is actually a battle that's hard to rush forward because the swamp is poisonous, but hopefully it will, we can start to show off just how powerful Rams is going to be. I don't remember how strong the Tetsu is, but my current guess is he's doing 80 damage a hit, instant speed, no MP cost, area of effect. What rotten luck, fighting monsters in a swamp. Lousy footing. On top of that, it's raining. Be careful. And also, our Pythia, our Oracle, pretty good damage there as well, I'd guess. Yep, Seal Evil, 77% to just end the enemy. Yeah, so he can pretty quickly take out most enemies in this fight because they're virtually all undead. Pythia is doing 10 times weapon power 7, So Pythia hits for 70. I think Ramza can beat that. This will probably fail, but if it succeeds, we don't get poisoned. Now, attacking still, just 40. But draw out Kutetsu. There you can see the area of effect. Let's see how much it does. 96. So we know Ramza has 10 magic power. So 10 doesn't multiply naturally to 96. So that must have had some Zodiac effect, right? So I would guess it went from 80 to 96. That the Zodiac made it do 6/5, and 80 is the base damage. That sounds plausible to me. Let's come forward here, and hopefully we can reach Ramza. I'm not sure we can. Alright, we'll use it on ourselves. And let's throw out a slow dance for posterity. But Mustadio is probably going to clean up this fight pretty quick. In single player, if you're playing normally and not avoiding all side missions and avoiding all side stuff, this is a level where there's a 50% chance that this little piggy enemy can spawn. And if you recruit it, you need a mediator to do so. But if you recruit it to your team and you breed them, and then you poach them, which is an ability you can get on maybe Thief class. I'm forgetting what actually. They give really good items, and you can get access to some fantastic items. Obviously, we do not have the ability to do that here, but it is a enjoyable way to play. So I would normally reset this mission until one of them was in the enemy, and I would be very careful to recruit them. If I was kind of playing a maximizing playthrough. So this is a kind of important mission. Why would you do that instead of Seal Evil? Oh well. But this gives Ramza a chance to show off, because if we move to the square in between, normal characters, 3 move would get you here, but Ramza can just teleport here. And Seal Evil again. 81, 32. Let's see, Kutetsu Knife again. Huh. Yeah. So you can see, he is just completely overpowered now. Let's attack Mustadio. Just to show off how powerful we are, but also get some more experience. This has always been our lowest experience character, and all the others are... Because Rams is going to be getting so many kills, he's going to be leveling up fast. So there's actually a chance he catches up to our Dancer now. That's smart, right? They're canceling out their confuse effect. But yeah, fights are going to be much quicker. They're no longer going to be 30-minute, slow brawls. Come on, dude, you got to go for Petrify. Let's assume these were bad Zodiac alignment, and it was you don't want to go anywhere depth 1 or you get poisoned. And this was him, doing the more consistent play. About 1/6. It depends on the weapon. Well, it depends what source you read. I don't actually know the truth. Either the weapon break rate is based on the power of the weapon, so the more powerful, the more likely it is to break, or it's like a flat somewhere between 15 and 25%, like everything else that your weapon breaks. I think it's based on weapon strength, but I don't actually remember, and I've definitely read conflicting stuff on this. You'll notice 73%. That's because the mantle gives really nice, automatic some dodge on everything. And this is 82% because he's wearing a mantle, so that's 18% dodge on everything. So now Ramza not only has Blade Grasp, but he has this 18% boost. This means normal physical attacks on Ramza, ones where enemies walk up and try to hit you with the normal attack button, are just not going to hit. It, I believe, is just purely additive. which means Ramza was at, Blade Grasp gives him Brave percent dodge, which is like 70%. And then this gives him an additional 18%. So he's going to be at like 88% dodge to normal attacks. Okay, one of the Kotetsu knives broke. We might need more than just the 5 here. But we can at least do the next mission with this. Yeah, so you can see Ramza is now incredible. Now, if you had the wizard set up for Ramza, because Ramza currently has 10 magic attack, I think. So he's doing like, say, 10 times 8. So it's really looked like more than that so far. Huh. Because it seems like 96 is his base damage, and that's more like 12 times 8. Does he have 12 magic attack? I missed it. We'll check after. Are you alright, Mistadio? Yeah, I'm okay. Past the swamp's the ocean. We're almost to Goug. Maybe I'm remembering the formula wrong, but I thought it was just magic attack times like a different bonus number for each katana. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But I don't think there's like a -2 or a +2 in that formula. So I think it should be 10 times something. Yeah, I think it should be. Well, we're doing 12 times 8, 96. 120 is 12 times 10. Alright, I'm not sure actually. Go find that in my notes. Let's do that. Curious. Class unlocks, no. Random stuff I like. Battle mechanics. Draw out. Kutetsu is 12. Oh, so 12 times 10 is the baseline. We were doing 96 because we were getting unlucky, not lucky. So, okay. But the other thing I wanted to say was Time Mage Samurai gives teleport. And teleport with draw out is great because we can place all our drawouts. That's fantastic. Magic attack up, however, takes whatever your total magic is. You can see it's next to the staff, it's 10, and multiplies it by 4/3, but it's rounded here. So what it does is it takes 10, it divides it by 3, that gets 3 and a third. It will always round down, so it rounds down to 3, and we'll add that 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. So right now we're doing 12 times 10, we're doing 120 on normal zodiac alignment. If we had magic attack up, that would be 13 times 12. We'd be doing 156 as our average hit, which is unbelievably more damage than we need, right? That's going to be one-shotting almost everyone. Like, even knights have like 120, 130 HP last week look. And we're level 11. We are not like over-leveled here. So a wizard here is basically just one-shotting everything. However, a time mage is pretty close to one-shotting everything right now, and it has teleport. So there's some case either way. Let's head to Goug. Incidentally, attack up does the same for attack, but magic is more powerful. The best magic stuff, specifically draw out here, is more powerful than the best physical stuff, at least at this point in the game. But usually it is the case. We also have some other purchases I haven't done yet. I don't see anyone from Bart Company. Doesn't even look like there was a fight. Something strange. I'll check it out. See you later. Where? Because Dracula was sending troops here, right? And we are coming in to find our dad, or find Usadio's dad. The slum's over there. They shouldn't attract attention. Alright, be careful. Right, leave it to me. Alright, so I should have bought a couple things I haven't bought yet. We don't need it quite yet, I just want to make sure I have it. Because it will be very relevant for a fight shortly. Not like should also head to our team. And oh, Mustadio just left. I could have grabbed his stuff, but I didn't. That was foolish. You can see. Oh no, I guess we got his Ramanda gun. Okay, we're gonna get 3 rubber shoes. What do rubber shoes do? They cancel don't move and lightning attacks. All right, that will turn out to be very relevant. And we're gonna buy 2 defense rings. Sleep and death sentence. These will also turn out to be quite relevant shortly. But we don't need them yet. And I don't think there's anything else to do here. Oh, we should check rumors, right? Always worth knowing about the rumors. Alright, looks good. We're down to 4 Kutetsu knives. We'll have to go buy more soon. Yeah, let's check out the rumors. See what's happening in the world. After the king's death, we did this. Kidnap of the princess. Has been abducted from the Orba Monastery. Witnesses say that the knight that disappeared had a crest of a black lion, believed to be Nanton under Prince Goltana. Goltana strongly denies any involvement. He's tried to clear suspicion, but it is difficult right now when there's an attempted suppression of a rebellion at the same time. Alright, Zodiac Brave story. We were once divided into 7 kingdoms. Fovoham, that's like the Fovoham Plains, we've been there. Zeltenia is Goltana's land. Lionel is where we are, in the area we are now, that is the church. Limberry, that's where the Marquis is from, who was kidnapped. Lasalia, that's kind of the capital of the royal family. Gallione, that's Egros, and Morand is also church territory. So one of them has become Prince Goltana, one of them has become Prince Larg, one of them is kind of where the Death Corps were hiding out. 2 of them are church, one of them is the Marquis of Elmdor, who Larg was trying to get rid of as a potential enemy, one of them is the royal family, and I think that's it. An ambitious new king was born in Morand. He gathered a great army, but victory came slowly. He found a way to summon a magic god from the netherworld. When he tried to use its powers, it killed the king and tried to destroy the world, and the 12 Zodiac Braves managed to stop him. There are stones that are said to have the powers of the Zodiac Braves, but they have not been seen since Saint Ajora's time. Saint Ajora is the Christ-like figure of the church in this world. And Bart Company's Dark Rumor. Some say they're into opium smuggling, slavery, even murder. Who knows the real truth about this company? And they are based in Wargillis, and it has increasing popularity because it donates to infrastructure and orphanages. But that is cover. Alright, let's head back to Lionel. Oh no, a fight. This is the first. So Dorder stops a lot of early players. And I think Fovoham Plains, where you face Wheagraff, Rams's starting location doesn't matter where you put him. It will be ignored. He'll walk forward during the scene. Fovoham, the Wheagraff fight can be tricky. Zeekden can be tricky. But in my experience, Goug is the first point that really trips up new players to the game. And part of the reason for this, it's not technically the first fight without a guest, but it is very close to being the first fight without a guest. And there are now a sequence of 3 fights to end this chapter that are really difficult for players. And it's not, there's a famous fight that ends a lot of players' runs and they just get stuck and can't beat it. But this is one of 3 fights in this chapter. I think the second one is the most infamously difficult, but 3 fights that can really stop new players. Now, we have our samurai ready to go. We have, our draw-out samurai is loaded, ready to go. These are not fights that should be a threat to us. And in fact, the third is, I think, the one most likely to give me trouble. He's late. Too late, because Mustadio went off. But what I want to say is, these fights are hard. And if we were playing a more normal party, right, if we were playing, Team A in the draft, the Chemist Wizard party, we would have completely stomped till now with, no risk. And this is when there would start to be fights that would have some risk involved. With our party, we've sort of had some risk the whole way, Not too much. I think that we've been pretty safe, but some risk, right? We've needed some good nameless dances. We've had some spots that felt a little scary. This is the part when the game is supposed to be ramping up, but our party happens to be getting stronger, much stronger at the same moment. I think Mustadio was caught. Because if Bart Company weren't taken out, then Mustadio wandering around here is dangerous. Are you his friend? Who are you? Bring him. Sorry, Shikuchi. Are you okay, Mustadio? That's far enough. Don't move any closer. So, you're Rudevich. Let Mustadio go. Give me the Holy Stone. Then you can have him back. Come on, where'd you hide it? Talk. Won't talk, huh? Even after seeing this. Oh no, that's his dad. Bez Rodeo. Father, are you okay? I'm all right. Don't give him the Holy Stone. Put him in there. Ready to confess now. Inside the chimney, at Shikuchi's feet. Well then, you pick it up. You want to save his life? This? So we know the location of two Zodiac stones. Cardinal Draclau is one, and this is a second. Let them go. First, give me the stone. Let them go first. Throw the stone, then we'll let them go. The Zodiac Stone. Finally, we've got it. The Cardinal will be very pleased. Now it makes sense why they weren't slaughtered here, because he did not actually send troops. He is working with the Cardinal. The first person to come along and be like, I got you covered, I'll support you, uh, you know, we're ready to go, I'm on your side, is not in fact an ally. This is a game where almost no one is to be trusted. Good job. I'm done now. You take care of the rest. Get rid of them. Draclau was in on it too. Two summoners would normally be a big problem, and still could be, right? They can get past Blade Grasp, so Ramza is not invulnerable here. Um, Also, Mustadio has been stripped of weapons. They didn't like, so he is going to be hitting for pretty low damage. It's helpful if he runs around using Don't Act, because he still should have access to that. But his moveset actually is reset here, so whatever he knew before, he doesn't necessarily still have, which is a little annoying, but not a big deal. He's been silenced, obviously that's not important, and we are of course very happy to see those two thieves group up, because Ramza can take out targets like that very easily. So we're going to want to get re-raise on Ramza, because that's the one way this fight can go really wrong, because the summoners shouldn't be able to reach our Oracle, but Ramza is potentially close to the enemy action. And here we can show off the mighty power of Dryad again, doing an average of 120 damage, which again is just insane damage to do instant speed with area of effect. We must have absolute worst compatibility with that dude. It only did 60. That must mean they are, I think, they're whatever Grises. I think that means they're a Cancer of the opposite sex. Looks right, we know they're the opposite sex, but I think that's the only way it does so little damage. So I'm gonna check that because I'm curious. That's a shame. It'll hit both our units, but with re-raise on, and that should hit, right? 73% hits most of the time. Yeah, Shiva probably doesn't kill Ramza anyway, but nice to have a little security blanket. Stadio down. Doesn't have a ticker. That's fine. We don't need to revive him. Gonna try to play this a bit safe, because again, the summoners are pretty scary. Sleep is great, Confusion's great, Stop is great. Pretty good turn. Nameless Dance wins yet again. Alright, let's get re-raise on myself, and let's make sure to move a tile just so we get the MP back. Alright, so I wanted to check the Zodiac compatibility here. I think this is Cancer. Yep. Good. Worst Capricorn of same sex. Yep, exactly. So Ramza has worst compatibility with him. If we can go here, we can hit both summoners. How many moves is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is easy. Now our move is only 3, so that was 90% to succeed. And now we can drop another Kutetsu knife, and that should get rid of the summoners. We will not stay away from the summoners. Oh! Do we have worse compatibility with this one too? Did 2 cancers spawn? 2 male cancers? That's very strange luck. Yeah, Willie the Summoner. It's a cancer. It's the cancer symbol. Oh, so we can't one-shot this guy. And if they keep healing, it's hard to two-shot. Huh. Strange luck. They might run themselves out of... No, they won't. They're not even close to running themselves out of MP. Alright. Also, that archer had a poison bow, chance to inflict poison, but they are currently confused. Alright, they were asleep already. Darkness does nothing. Darkness does nothing. That was a terrible Nameless Dance, but the last one was really good. And I guess we'll have our Oracle, if they get re-raise on themselves, which they did, run around and finish things off with their stick. I don't think we need this anymore. We'll get rid of it. And our Oracle is actually, as we've established, a pretty hard puncher here. 105? Nice. Our damage is through the roof right now. Okay, we really want to get rid of the summoner. And archers can't hurt Ramza, because again, he has Blade Grasp. So as long as we keep the summoner busy healing itself, we're in good shape. I didn't actually mean to hit that archer over there. 23%? Huh. Not sure why it's at 23%. Right? We should have 69% plus 18%. So by my count, it should be 13%. For some reason, a little higher. And it hit. Alright. That's not healing enough, so we'll be able to finish it next turn. And then I'm going to probably have our Oracle finish off the 2 archers. We may as well heal Ramza, though. Because we have really good compatibility, Cure 1 heals a really solid amount. And we can move farther away, because once we have the move locked to the unit, it will hit them wherever they move to. And also, you'll notice, this is nice range. Like, it can't, it doesn't reach up here, but it can reach someone who has, it can reach that. It doesn't reach the 3.5 distance height square, but it reaches a 2 difference height square, which means it's pretty capable of, anywhere you can get near an enemy is a good chance to be able to hit them. Ramza has almost caught up with our Dancer on experience, which is delightful. So I'm going to let the Oracle do the rest of this fight, because they're clearly the lowest on HP, or on experience, and they're the unit that's going to, be getting the least as we continue as well. Because Ramza is now going to be rushing around, just killing everything, and our Dancer can, hit everything at such range that nothing comes with kind of risk. That's just out of range, so let's use Life Drain, I guess. Let's get out of the way. Our Oracle should be able to handle things, right? If we get hit, we can kind of Life Drain or heal back to life. I guess it only hits 50%, but hopefully our stick can do it. And we'll go finish off Ramia afterwards. Also, if we get poisoned, we can heal it. Oh, and Regenerator will basically just heal the damage we're taking. So yeah, we're just going to let Oracle finish this. Pythia. Who did 105 for their first attack. Only 56 here. So this will take a while. Because archers do have pretty good gear. So they have things like shields, so they will dodge stuff at a pretty decent rate. But I think still, even if this is a little dull, still nice to get our Oracle some experience here. Yeah, quarter chance that they get off poison there. Or 20%, something. I always forget where it is between 15 and 25%. Let's go for the low HP one, just get rid of it. If we can ever hit a move. Get you out of the way. We could put them in auto battle, but it's annoying to get them out of it. Make their turns go faster by telling them to like run into the corner kind of thing. Luck is not on our side right now. They both have poison bows. I didn't realize that. Actually, let's go grab the crystal that's like the one they're moving towards. That's 80% to succeed, I think. Yeah, let's get the crystals off the battlefield just so they can't heal. I could have checked the abilities, but usually it's things that aren't at all relevant to our classes. Should have checked though. That's not going to hit. Alright, we'll hit the charging one. That will do more damage and will be higher percentage to hit. So we'll finally actually hit. Because we missed like 55, 63, and a 70 or something. Something like that. Right, what's the abilities? See, a lot of stuff there, but not relevant to us. You're gonna run back to the corner, aren't you? Yeah. And this. Not, weirdly, a bunch of Lancer abilities there. That's kind of goofy. We have not fought a Lancer yet, and we won't for a while. Let's attack from behind. That should be able to hit. Nope. 90%, not good enough either. Oh man. It like really it doesn't matter obviously, like this fight is won. But it's funny when you happen to get the good luck and when you get the bad luck. I was saying these fights were gonna go quicker, but if I try to balance out experience at the end of them, that'll slow them down again. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this is the worst viewer experience. Alright. Maybe we'll come try to push that guy back towards the Oracle. Ah, there's a failed teleport. I think that's our second failed teleport of the run. I'm going to run right next to them rather than one square away, just so if they run away, we're still relatively close. Ah, because they're both low on health, they now will both approach, right? If one unit is low on health, it will be in runaway mode, but if both units are low on health, they will go into, okay, you have to fight mode. And we're actually pretty close to all characters being the same level. We have Ramza, 12.33. We have our Dancer at something in the high 12s. And we have our Oracle in the high 11s. It will be by the end of the fight. Nice job, team. I like this team. I think it's I think it's a very good team, and now that Ramza is a complete powerhouse, pretty fun to play as well. Will my father be all right? That's not the characters I'm most worried about. We left the princess and Agrias at Cardinal Draclaus. that is a dangerous place to leave them. So now that equipment can boost stats, we should be paying a lot of attention to which stuff we're buying. It initially boosted HP and MP, but now it can boost things like physical attack, magical attack, speed. Speed is the best stat. Almost any character should prioritize speed. The difference between 6 speed and 7 speed is 6 speed takes 17 clock ticks to get a turn. 7 speed takes, I guess, 15 clock ticks to get a turn, which might not seem like that much, but going first, getting extra turns sometime, it really will add up, especially as enemy speeds start going up. It's really nice to have speed. Speed is the single best stat. If you want to figure out your total damage, speed's going to be very relevant. For our party, both Oracle and our Mage Mirai are based on magic attack. And so that's a really important stat to boost. One of the reasons that Lancers and Knights are not as good as people sometimes think is because all their equips are just for HP, and basically none of them except the accessory slot can boost physical attack. So they're classes that come with decent physical attack, right? They're going to have more physical attack than, say, an Archer. But an Archer or a Geomancer have access, and even monks don't have as many equipment slots, but even they can get more access to stuff that boosts physical attack, are going to be able to up their physical attack a lot higher and going to be able to output a lot more damage. Are you all right, Father? Don't worry about me. They got the stone. Rudovich will try to revive the machines beneath Goug with its power. He may even try to use the divine power in the stones. Besides, the Cardinal is working with Bart Company. Not much we can do now. Good for them. What do you mean? Got him. Didn't give him the real stone. Made a fake one in case something like this happened. You mean they got a fake? That's right. They must be going crazy now. Hold on, Mustadio. Princess Obelia and Agrias are in danger. What do you mean? The Cardinal joined Bart to get the stone. He may take the princess hostage. Ridiculous, making an enemy of the royal family. Though, would it be clear he had killed her? I guess she was probably seen coming here, but maybe only by his troops? Why do you think the Cardinal wanted the stone? People are sick of long wars and political infighting. Draclau wants to use the Zodiac Brave story. Creating Zodiac Braves by collecting holy stones, he can control the world. He's right, we can't give the stone to the Cardinal. Let's save the princess and Agrias. Right, the way to Lionel is probably sealed. We'll use a ship to sneak in the back of the castle. And so we don't have access to Dorder Trade City anymore. Nope, Mustadio can't join Zarbud. This is where you would recruit Mustadio in a normal playthrough, but he is now not part of our team. This does lock us out of some side quests, but again, we're not actually doing those side quests, which means we will not be meeting Cloud in this playthrough. You need Mustadio to meet Cloud. But Cloud and Eris both are in this game. We will still see Eris for a hot second, but we will not be seeing Cloud. So we're in Goug Machine City. Let's go to Wordulous Trade City. It says red, but it is not in fact a fight, and there we can buy more katanas. Is there anything we want to do before this? We're still not up to 1200, so we can't learn Fly. No one else really has anything to learn, and we'll see if we can get any upgrades. Goug Machine City basically just sells whatever the latest gun is and crossbows. Nothing else here except for the accessories. So there's nothing too exciting. But we'll check the Trade City, and then we'll end it. Barrios Valley, in fact, we will have a guest. So the next mission we do after that is the very first mission of the game, where we technically do not have a guest. I think that's true. Yeah, I think that's true. The last mission was our closest one to not having a guest unit, because Mustadio was a guest, but obviously he came with no gear. And Goug is the hardest fight, I think, to that point in the game for most parties. If you are playing through this game normally, I think that's the toughest fight. I think the Linelia Plateau to Fovoham Plains to Fort Zeekden are all, like, kind of difficult. I think those are all, like, you could argue any of those three is the hardest to that point. You know, the first of them is the Maluda fight, where you fight two wizards and a bunch of knights. So the knights have high HP and the wizards are scary. Then you have the Weegraf fight, where he runs around crush punching and that can insta-kill units. And then you get the Zeekden fight, where there's multiple wizards and your team's split up. And it can just, all those three can be tricky. I totally missed what he said, my bad. Whatever it was wasn't too important. Delita, why are you here? Hey, it's our bud. Don't take our information network too lightly. Who is our? Our? Go back to Egros, for your own sake. It's healthier to keep your nose out of certain things, like princesses and stones. Delita, what do you mean? Rescuing the princess only solves one problem, but I can save her from all of them. What do you mean? I don't understand. The best ways don't always lead to the best results. Delita continues, he continues to be a much more sure character than Ramza, one who commits much harder to his plans. You can't save her, no matter what. Remember that. Wait, Delita. What are you trying to do? Lard, Goltana, your brothers, everyone. Haven't noticed they're all swept up in the same flow. I'm just going against it. That's all. Maybe we are too, though in a different way. I'll see you again, if we live that long. So I think there's sort of a parallel here, right? We're kind of working against all of them too. We're both kind of rocks trying to stop the flow of the water, right? To continue Delita's analogy. And we're doing it in very different ways. And what Delita is saying is, your way is better, perhaps, but it won't lead to the best results. And that Delita can do things we can't do. Why is that? Not clear. Alright, so we're going to stop after checking the gear here, but we can get more Futetsu knives. Let's get 3 more. Thunder Rod, Ice Rod, and Flame Rod, by the way, are great. You'll see it says Strength and Ice. Ice is probably the least resisted element. I tend to get Ice if I have a wizard, and this gives a big boost to that. Or if you're using a summoner, you also want to grab one of these and use like Ramu or Shiva or something and get the boost as well. As we know, these battle rods are wonderful. Huge damage, right? Because we can boost magic so much, and because something like Knight cannot boost physical attack, Oracles just do more damage than Knights do right now. They have less life. I'm not saying they're a better physical attacker, but they are a more powerful one, which is kind of remarkable. Green Berets are good. I'm gonna buy 3 extra. Buy 2 extra Green Berets. This is a point when let's buy 2 extras of these as well. And maybe an extra wizard outfit. The following missions, there's some chance knights break your gear, and it's nice to have some protection there. this. The episode's basically over. Feel free to bow out if you're watching. I'm just figuring out what I want going into the next fight. The next fight is famously difficult. It is the hardest, in my opinion. I don't think we'll ever need these again, but it is, in my opinion, the hardest. No, not sorry. The next fight's not so bad. The fight after the next fight is the first point that I think a lot of people who play this game quit the game. Just go, can't beat this. This is too hard. Shouldn't be too bad for us, but generally a difficult fight. All right, see you next time.